All right, ladies and gentlemen, BTM here, bringing you a 1v1 on Yucatan against one of my subscribers. This is the first of two matches I had against this fine gentleman. He is in blue, playing as French. I'm in purple, playing as Ottoman. As you can see, I'm going to select some villagers. I am going to try to get them in the town center and then just use the eject button and make them pop out so they start hunting immediately. I'm just trying to make sure my villagers don't bump into each other, and I am trying to win, 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 baby. Vince Lombardi said it best. This is, I believe, my second or third match with the Ottomans. I am trying to learn a little bit of a new civ. My rank was falling a bit. I was losing a lot of matches, and I thought, you know what? Let's play as an OP civilization, and that is exactly what we have going on here with me playing as the old Ottoman. I don't know the eject button. I wonder if I accidentally set it to something else or got rid of it. But I do have to manually eject them. But however, it does work out. I get my villagers on food nearly quickly as possible. I do get my explorer walking right over to the cougar. I shoot the cougar in the face. If you ever come into contact with a wild cougar and you have a huge musket, I advise shooting it, the cougar as well. Just be very careful you don't miss. And I'm just trying to get a very clean age 1. I'm trying to get right to my trading post. I'm trying to get it built. I don't want any shenanigans. I don't want any mistakes. I want to win, baby. That's all I care about. See, I've been watching a lot of high ranked DoDs or playthroughs lately, and usually the person who wins age 1 wins the game. So I'm desperately trying to clean up, make sure my age 1s are crisp, baby, crisp. And if you think saying crisp in a very crisp manner is a thing that is easy to do crisply, you are indeed mistaken. I am excited, of course, to choose my water deck. Yucatan is a map with a long peninsula of land in the middle. Peninsula? It wouldn't be a peninsula because it's not on 3 sides. It's a long strip of land with water on 2 of the 3 sides. 2 of the 4 sides? Okay, I'm confused. Basically, it's land with water on both sides, which does make it a little bit convoluted, and I do get the trading post built up immediately. And there is fishing on both sides, but they're not connected. So my thought is fish boom baby. Now, I've never really done the Ottoman fish boom. I am very familiar with the fact that they can. I'm super ecstatic to try it. It's one of those things where you know everybody does it. It's like being the British cow boom when you play Treaty. Even if you've never played Brits, it's such a classic British strategy that you know that's what people are going to do. Same with the Ottomans on water. Same with the Aztecs on water. Never really done much with either on water, but I'm aware they have the potential to. So I have a water deck built just for said scenario, and I'm excited to give this one a good old run. I'm trying to make sure all my villagers are micromanaged properly. I didn't even gather the coin crate. That is how intense and how on point my age 1 is. Look at this here. I get my crack shot off and I run away, not even wasting the chance to get a little bit of experience from shooting a bad guy and running away. I'm doing everything I possibly can to win this game. Sorry, by the way, the train passing by outside my window is honking rather loudly. I bet you can hear it, and there's not a ton I can do about that. So my sincere apologies. Now, one of the things I've been loving is playing Ottoman, just being the complete and total utter noob I am, is not having to make villagers. I just don't have to think about it. It's the single greatest thing on the planet. Like, I don't have to pay for them. I don't have to do anything. They just show up. This is amazing. I don't know why I wasn't a noob blaming Ottomans a lot earlier. Now, at this point, I am, of course, trying to get a little bit of a scouting pattern with my explorer going. I did think I could run into a good treasure or 2 on the sides. I do send schooners as my second card. I learned from the last water match where I forgot to send schooners. I do want to get my cheaper fishing boats. And yes, I am going to, as soon as I start aging, which is now I'm going to shift all my villagers to wood, and boom, baby, boom. I desperately want to get my water boom going. I'm going to drop another crack shot and run away. I believe the treasure, or the prize for that treasure, was just getting another jaguar as a pet. And while a pet jaguar would be pretty badass, along with a face tattoo, so I'm like Mike Tyson. Although I do believe he had a tiger in The Hangover, so ignore my confused reference there. While having a pet jaguar was pretty cool, I still thought I could go and walk around and find a better treasure, so I deemed it more important to just waste my crack shot. And here's my better treasure: 120 gold. Janissaries cost 25 gold each. That's the gold cost for 4 Janissaries. Or if I gather 5 more gold on top of that, that's the gold cost for 5 Janissaries. So that is a great pickup, and it's only guarded by 2 Jaguars. So I want to kind of camp near it. I don't want to go too far, especially if the French player has bumped into it and is going to be looking for it. I do build my dock. You notice that I made the dock appear without having to press the dike. Without having to press the dock. God damn it. Without having to press the dock icon, that's using the D key, and I believe I did the same thing with the market there. That's achieved by using the M key. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, my name is BTM, and I am learning how to use hotkeys. I do decide to straight up just fight this treasure by standing right next to it, and I notice that the freaking blue player, my subscriber, is building the trading post right next to where I'm going for this treasure. And so I'm super stressed. I'm going to send 700 or 600 wood. I don't know why I have 600 wood in this deck and not 700 wood. It must have been built before I had 700 wood unlocked. But I'm going to just start making boats ASAP. I do now have 400 wood on the floor of my town. I'm going to have 600 wood coming after that. So that's actually not that bad. I'm going to have about 1,000 wood coming in. And then, of course, I'll get my barracks up and running. So my Explorer got a little bit idle there. But, again, we got two pretty decent treasures. We got two crack shots off for a little bit of EXP. We're going to get our barracks up and running. I'm going to buy gang saws because I'm pretty much a wood-based economy at this point. And I'm going to build another dock. I'm thinking, you know what? If fishing boats cost 40 wood to make and my villagers are free, I can just spam out a bajillion fishing boats pretty easily. He's not going to match me in terms of ferocity. He is playing French. They're versatile. They're all-purpose. But, man, they are not going to be running into my base with 15 Janissaries and 5 abbots in 7 minutes. So I'm actually not too stressed about it. I know I can just kind of boom up a little bit, and he might even be sitting back waiting for me. I haven't looked at his deck yet to see if he brought a water deck. That's a little bit of newbiness on my part, but hey, look at that. Now we have 6 boats in queue, and of course they only cost 40 wood each. I did not make the same mistakes I made last time building a lot of houses. Notice I don't want to pop myself, and I just want to get my big army going. That's right. If you set some of the boats to that whale there, I do want to get a little bit of coin, because we are going to need to get a Abyss gun place going soon, and of course that is called the Abyss gun place. It's called the Artillery Foundry. Sometimes I wonder why you guys listen to me, and then because you know you kind of self-doubt when you do something a lot that's kind of artistic, and YouTube in a way is an art. It's not maybe seemingly as much of an art as like painting or new dancing on like I don't know new dancing on like a big painting canvas, or it's not as artistic necessarily as music, but it is an art to be able to sit down and talk. And sometimes, you know, you start to self-doubt, and I wonder, why do these people watch me? I'm not very good. And other times I watch myself do amazing things like I'm doing right now, where I'm avoiding his Cav Raven. I don't even think he manages to get one. I was pretty self-observant, and so he hits, and I keep trying to type out a frowny face, and I fail. But he doesn't even manage to kill a Cav, and I do get 2 Janissaries to pop out on the field. And of course, a significant part of my economy now is contained within the boat, so I'm doing pretty good. I do have my, I believe, 700 or 600 food I sent on the floor, and that is going to allow me to keep up making my Janissary production. I'm feeling pretty rad about this. Normally, of course, I'm not very good with watching my villagers, but because all I need is a little bit of wood to keep my fishing boats going, I'm doing pretty good. There's a 60 food treasure next to my town. It's a little bit of a bummer that I'm finding that now. If I had found that in the Discovery Age, I could have bumped to the Colonial even faster, although I would like to think that my Colonial time was actually already pretty decent as was. And I do believe I'm trying to build market upgrades. Did you see that? I tried, okay? Everybody says, oh, BTM, you're so noob, you don't build market upgrades. Look at that. I tried. I tried so hard to get those market upgrades, but that wasn't quite working. Now, he is, unfortunately, for me attacking my Explorer. I'm like, damn, man, that's pretty rude, but all right. And he's going almost pure husser against the Janissary. Now, this guy's either brilliant or a fucking moron. Just kidding. We played 2 matches, like I said. He's a really nice guy, so I don't want to disparage him at all. He seemed like a really straight-up kind of fun guy. But, no, I don't know. I think if, from my perspective, knowing that I'm not going to be super aggressive and attack him, I probably would have gone with, you know, 700 wood and 4 Corey de Bois or something. But from his perspective, if he was expecting attack or wanted to raid, I guess 3 Husser was good, but he probably should have followed it up with some kind of Expo Musk mix. Of course, because the minute the Jan's Abyss start flowing, you are in a world of trouble if you're not prepared for the Janissary Abyss monstrosity. I did population myself up, unfortunately, and I think, you know what's better than having a dock on one side of the island, or peninsula, or strip of land, or canal, or whatever the fuck this term of geography is, having it on 2 sides. I do decide, of course, to build a 3rd dock, because the more the merrier. You know what they say. I actually don't know what they say, but if you do know what they say, let me know in the comments below. Thank you guys very, very much for letting me know. I do like talking to you guys, and of course, we do got more boats coming. At this point, the best thing you could have done is, if you had a water deck, was to figure out which side I was fishing on, pop out those 2 caravels, and send my boats home. That would have put me in a rock and a hard spot. However, he has not thought to do it yet. Does he think to do it soon? Stay tuned and find out. I do decide to build a little bit more of houses. I am on the verge of popping myself, and I think, all right, I have 1 Abyss gun and 16 Janissaries. Hoorah! Yeah, we are some bad motherfuckers. Let's get going. Unfortunately, my economy is a little bit unbalanced. A lot of wood, a lot of food, not a lot of gold. I got to get this kind of shindig all figured out. But I am, of course, putting a lot of my wood into building houses pretty much as soon as possible, because I'm running out. And I do manage to kill a cab. Do I get to kill another cab? No, I do not. But man, killing a free hussar is always great. They're what, 200 resources ahead. So anytime you get to kill horses, kill them. Oh my god, taken out of context, that just sounds brutal, ladies and gentlemen. You built some more houses. I'm basically like a charity in southern Mexico, coming down, building houses, leaving. No, just kidding. All right, that's kind of irreligious. I'm sorry to my southern Mexican friends. I was just, yeah, I'm just gonna shut up and move on. I do decide to burn his middle trading post. I don't really see why not, and I'm not really feeling the need to be super aggressive. It's one of those things, as I've probably mentioned before, but it bears repeating. I play a lot of tournament chess against high level people. I'm a lot smarter than I am being good at fast reflexes. So basically, everything I don't have in my reflexes, I do have in just my total brain power. And in chess, they often tell you if you're kind of outmatched or you're playing somebody who's higher rated, take that super aggressive game. Try to throw them off their balance. Try to get the win. Try to get the tempo. Try to do things. But if you know you're better or you know you're winning, let them make the mistake, control the tempo, and throttle it either way. So either way, you want to be controlling the tempo. The question is, are you controlling a fast tempo or a slow tempo? At this point, though, I have over 1,000 food, 1,100 food now. And I can just see your fat fingers of the viewers typing in the comment section, screaming, "Oh my God, what an idiot! Use your resources." I know, I know, I know. Trying to get those resources into units. At this point, though, I really should be making units. I wonder why I'm funking. Uh, funkin'. I wonder why I'm freaking messing around with my boats. I do use the attack move to get my troops moving. And to be honest, I should have just built a second barracks and really started spamming out troops. Because if I had, I probably could have won this fight right here. Because look at that mass this guy's got. Damn, oh damn. And at this point, just kind of did a little bit of an eyeball. And I think, you know what? Janissaries are tough, but I do not know that I would win this match. So I decided to run straight south and get away, and then I realized, wait a minute, if I run straight south, he's going to run to my second dock, he's going to find the dock, he might destroy the dock. I don't want him to destroy the dock, so I'm going to try, of course, to circle it around, and I'm going to make more units. So that way, if he does arrive in my town, he will find a world of hurt waiting for him. Good advice, always have a world of hurt ready for people visiting your town unexpectedly without permission. So I'm going to, of course, make more villagers. I almost decided to send 2 towers, and I think, you know what, we have a fishing upgrade in this deck. Let's send our fishing upgrade. I do decide to upgrade the amount of total villagers that can come. I do decide to build more houses. I'm at 95 population, 54 villagers. I feel like I'm actually doing a pretty boomy, pretty good strategy. So many resources. And there come in his hussar, and I see them, and I think, okay, whatever. He's probably going to kill that one villager. I tried to select it, and I did not select it quite fast enough. But man, look at that lady run. Ugh, running from giant people on horses. She is going to die, unfortunately. But he's going to pay. Gallons of blue blood will fall for every unit he killed. And at this point, I have so many resources, and he is basically just sitting in my town, and he's basically looking to force the fight. He does have a pretty good mass, and I think, you know what, let's not die. However, I do not feel a need to get those villagers not working. I didn't need to run them in town center. I'm just going to put them on wood, which is a little bit unfortunate in terms of economic balance because I have too much wood right now. But I'll just make that into boats or something. So it's not the end of the world, and I'm just going to keep making more units. At this point, I have so much food. This is a problem I've actually had with the Ottomans. I'm not real good at balancing the economy yet, so I kind of got to get a little bit better at the yin and yang. Now, I believe there, just buy a new market improvement, so look at me go. All right. And at this point, I do send 4 villagers. I probably could have sent it earlier. Pardon me, a little bit of burp. I've been drinking some non-sweetened, non-artificially flavored sparkling water, just getting over my addiction to soda. It's been nearly 2 months since I've had a soda, so it's really kind of helping with my health and my energy and my vibes, if you know what I mean. So at this point, though, I'm thinking, all right, got a lot of soldiers, but running a little in the old population room. So I decided to build a second barracks because I really need to get a lot more troops on the field, basically. If I have 2,200 food completely not being utilized and no gold or wood to do anything with it, that means I need to basically just fix whatever the hell is going on. So I think, all right, we need more people on gold and or silver mines, but the gold is a resource. We need more people on gold, and we need to get those bigger stream of production. Now, fortunately for me, he is just walking by, and so I get a kill, maybe 2 or 3 units before he notices, but then it doesn't quite do as well as it could. But I decide to stay and fight this fight. Even if I'm not going to win, I feel pretty good about my mass. I also feel good about having 2 barracks in my hometown now, popping out units. And I do feel good about Janissaries just being a little bit stronger head for head than the actual units I'm fighting against. I decided not to walk my Abbess up because I was aware that his cab could very, very easily make it a very, very bad day for my Abbess. And I felt pretty good about my economy and trading at this point. I haven't seen them on either water. I have 72 villagers. I kind of felt like I can lose every single soldier in this fight, and it won't matter. So that's exactly what I do. I lose every single soldier in this fight, and this is why you guys shouldn't do as I do. You should have a lot of fun, but don't copy my crap. But because at this point now I have nearly 15 more units, and it looks like he has 15 or so musketeers left. So he's going to kind of probably walk into my town feeling bad, and he's going to find a big army that's going to surprise him by killing him. So I felt pretty good about all my ability to do that. Plus, I'm going to have a couple more abbas pop out. 4 or 5. Boom, there we go. I still have 2,700 food, though, so I'm doing it a little bit wrong. But of course, at this point, he's walking into a bunch of abbas guns and jans, and he thinks, nope, let's get the fuck out of there, and thinks, yep, let's get there, and then thinks, nope, let's get the fuck out of there, as he should. So I am going to pull my units back. I want to make sure I get the next 2 jans pop before I move on. And once I get those pops out, I'm going to use the attack move to move forward, and then I'm gonna go finish him off. It's about time to just take this battle to the end. I got about 20 jans, 9 abbas. Could have had a lot more, except to let that army die, and I haven't been super aggressive. And I played pretty poorly on a lot of fronts right now. Not the best playing, but a lot of fun playing, and that's what matters. I do decide to build a stable, and then think, you know what we really need is gold. So I'm going to put a lot more people on gold. I'm basically taking tons of people off wood. I don't know why I had so many on wood. And then I realized, shit, I'm out of population room. So what do I decide to do? I decided to solve the population problem once and for all. 5, 6, 7, 8 houses. I decided to build as many houses as I possibly can. I'm going to get all my janissaries hotkeyed to the army. Now I have 30 janissaries, 9 abbas, and I doubt he has an army that big. I do see a lot of his coureur de bois hunting up on the left, and I think, you know what, this is it. We're going to go grab all of those guys. Fortunately, I do notice a little bit of a skirmish. Fortunately, I had my units moving the attack move. And again, it's one of those situations where I just do not care. I will stand and I will fight this, even if he has all crossbows. This is a colonial age duel duke out where I have 81 villagers, so I'm basically indestructible at this point. I can lose army upon army upon army of units and still win, and that's exactly what I'm doing. So here comes some more jans. We're going to send them all up to this center point. And at this point, I'm almost running out of upgrades, so I do send economic theory and then furrier. Just because why not? Let's get those economic cards going. Let's get the old economy going. A little bit of a stimulus package. You know what we do say about stimulus packages. He decides to run away because he who fights and runs away may live to fight another day. I do find that he did build a forward racks, and I'm like, wait a minute, you built double forward racks as French against an Ottoman on a water map, then even like show up in my town with pikes or crossbow. What the fuck are you doing, son? And I don't say that to be mean. It was kind of one of those confusing things when I saw it. I was like, no, wait, what? Double racks? At this point, though, I have a lot of mortar units coming, and I'm thinking, you know what? Since we have all these units coming, let's make 2 armies. We'll send 1 army up north to kind of go see if we can kill anything up here. Plus, maybe he'll follow that, and then since we have so many resources, we'll be able to go and make another army later and have it down in the south and get both armies kind of moving independently of each other. Since my economy at this point is so vastly superior, and I don't say that to be a dick. I just say that because it's kind of the fact. We're killing it on the old economic prowess side of things. 164 population in the Second Age. And here we go. We're going to make an Control 3 army, equally sized. Shift those guys into 3, and I'm feeling really good about it. And then I'm going to just shift the waypoint for those barracks to be straight up in front of where I plan to go fight. So I'm going to go stand and fight there. Meanwhile, I have this huge massive janissaries walking around. And I'm kind of surprised. There was a herd right there that was a lot closer than the other herd he was herding at, which means his scouting wasn't very good. I don't say that to be a dick, bro. I am just saying he missed a herd of those pig guys right near you. And then as we walk into his town, we do see that he will be on bushes. So yeah, he really should have gotten probably a little bit cleaner scout. I decided to walk up and just start fighting everywhere. I don't really care. He decides to run away, but that's okay because I'm killing a lot of his villagers. And look at all those villagers on berry bushes so close to a place he could have been herding. I wasn't really raiding either. I was kind of just trying to sit back and take the water, and I never really was attacked on water, which was pretty nice. And he says he fucked up, but he probably fucked up the second he didn't send 2 caravels as his first or second shipment in the colonial age to kind of take away my supremacy on water and really force me to fight, because he kind of won a couple of the early trades. At least that's what it felt like. However, having so much on water allowed me to be pretty indestructible. I'm going to send some villagers to gold. And I start finding all these useless boats. I realize that I'm pretty much fished out. So, boom, kill 8 boats. And the reason why I killed them was there was no need for my population to be filled up with boats that I really just couldn't use. So why not? I am going to send a coin trickle card, and I am making boats on the other side of the map. I wish there was a way to like magically teleport them, but there isn't, but that's okay. And at this point, the Janissaries do clean up the army on top of the map, and it did teach me something. taught me that I probably was a little bit stronger against his earlier armies than I realized. However, I've spent so much time playing as Russia with Strelets that I'm very, very cautious about when I push, pardon me, and then when I do not push. So it was one of those things where I did not want to lose, and I decided at this point to build a mill. Because if having 3,000 of each resource, or 2,000, 1,000, 3,000 of a resource, doesn't mean build mills in the colonial age, then I don't know what is. And I probably could have gone up to the fortress stage pretty easily, bought some upgrades, played a lot better, done a good job. And these are basically just really big changes I need to make in the future because I can get away with this against a Master Sergeant, and it's a lot of fun, but I probably can't get away with this at a higher level. So he does choose to resign here. It was a really fun match. It was an all-map selection, just a random match, and these are the best. When you got somebody who's just going to play a good, clean game, who's going to enjoy it, win or lose, and it'll be really good. And yes, as I point out, subs will be so mad when they see how many resources I was floating. I just poorly done by me. But again, it was enough. I mean, I had 176 population. I could have just bought upgrades and gone into the next age, and that's what I should have done. So, all that to say, I want to thank you guys so much for watching. And before I leave, of course, I will be bringing you a quote of the day. Today, I'm bringing you a quote from George S. Patton, widely regarded as one of the best generals of all time. And it says, "The objective of war is not to die for your country, but to make the other bastard die for his." So, my name is BTM. I'd like to thank you so much for watching. And until next time, good luck and happy hunting. BTM out.